May it please your lordships.
Yes.
Lords, I am appearing in IA 312582, 312582 and 83. That is implement and directions. 312582 and 83. And there's a separate IA 329688. Now the separate IA 329688 is for stay of 7th November issued by the AWB.
Pursuant to the order of 711.
So that IA is expressly for stay because we believe that SOP completely goes way beyond your lordship's order, and we've itemized it. Now the petitioners before your lordships, the applicants before your lordships here are 3 members of the faculty, professor and
that's all right.
I just want to point this out because Mr. Venugopal had said that Nalsar is the only university which has this. The Faculty of Law, Delhi University, which is immediately in the vicinity of the court, has an animal law cell functioning since 2022. These 3 professors who are applicants before your lordships are part of that animal law cell, apart from their other professorial duties.
Delhi University.
Of the Faculty of Law, Delhi University. And Faculty of Law LawFac has several centers, your lordships know about 3 or 4 centers. Now, they have been doing research on these issues, and therefore they are coming before your lordships to place the scientific and research-based thing. Now, I'll just tell your lordships, if your lordships just goes to my IA for direction, look, page 29. I'll just take a moment to tell your lordship, page 29.
So one is you want the stay of the SOP.
That is in the second IA.
What other directions you want?
The para C, D, E, H and I of your lordship's direction of 7th November, we are requesting that those should not be implemented until your lordship taken a holistic view on the entire. Yes, a holistic view. And we are sure that your lordship will do that. But my lords were perhaps not fully cognizant of all the aspects. Now today I think your lordship will have all sides of it before you, and you will take a reasoned view on it. So just come to page 29. I'm not going to read anything. Just come to page 29. I'll just tell your lordship where I'm coming from of my IA.
Yes.
So at the foot of 29 is adverse repercussions on ecology and environment after abrupt removal.
This is page 21 of which application?
29 of the 312582.
312582.
Yes.
Yes.
Page 29.
Yes.
Adverse repercussion on ecology and environment after abrupt removal of street dogs. This is the real thing. So the first thing is vacuum effect. Just lordship may just make a note of this.
Yes.
The vacuum effect is that when there's a stabilized population of dogs in a particular area, and when you remove them abruptly, when there's a gradual tapering off over years due to the ABC, due to the birth control rules, if they're implemented, then what happens is that there's a natural evolution. There are cats, dogs. In Delhi, we also have a problem of monkeys. So if you abruptly remove them, the vacuum effect leads to, first of all, dogs from which Mr. Ghazalvis pointed out, dogs from outside that population rush in and fill that vacuum. So the sterilized dogs in a population are taken out because your lordships have said all institutional areas, stadiums, railway stations, universities, schools, etc., which are set out in para C, 25C of your lordship's order. When they are abruptly removed, the vacuum effect inevitably leads to a rushing in of other unstabilized populations. So we've set out, the reason I told your lordship to turn to page 29 is, for each statement which is made, the studies, published scientific studies are set out and annexed. So at page 29, para 18 and 19 are the vacuum effect. 19 sets out the WHO publication, which is that the third expert consultation on rabies, and how this abrupt removal is not a solution even for tackling of rabies in populations. The WHO noticed that what was good for advanced countries, where they had the means and the resources to completely fund proper shelters where the balance would be between adoption from shelters and dogs remaining in the shelters for their natural lives, etc. That is not available in poorer countries. So just that para 19, your Lordship may correlate this with the annexure A9 and A10, which are at page 153 and 168. And at 171, your Lordship may just see one passage in the WHO consultation at page 171.
Yes.
If I can just read that. Mass dog vaccination, 171, the foot of the page. This is the WHO consultation. Mass dog vaccination has repeatedly been shown to be effective for controlling dog-mediated rabies, whereas removal of dogs does not decrease dog density or control rabies in the long run. Mass culling of dogs should therefore not be a part of a rabies control strategy. It is ineffective and may be counterproductive to vaccination programs, particularly when they target free roaming dogs. For more information on humane dog population management, see Chapter 7.7 of the OIE Manual of Diagnostic Tests and Vaccine for Terrestrial Animals, Stray Dog Management. This is WHO. This is not some sort of bleeding heart liberal.
No, Mr. Singh also pointed out there was a module prepared by the government also, which also solves the same thing.
Several. I'm just saying that the impression that dog lovers, etc., etc. But these are what is the best. The point is not whether dogs are needed in Delhi University, dogs are needed in the Supreme Court campus. No, that's not the point. The point is dogs are a reality. Now the point is what is the best way of dealing with them in order to avoid harm to human beings. That is the point. And there I don't think anybody on any side of this can have any issue. That the question is what is the best way of dealing with them to avoid harm to human beings. I think that is the question which the court should frame for itself, and that is the question. Now, merely because we say that there's a natural tendency to say that in institutions there are a lot of innocent people who may have no love for dogs at all. So what we have done is, as I said, from page 29 to 38, your Lordship will find each one of these things and what are the best means of dealing with them, and the studies are there. They're all set out. I don't want to trouble your Lordship. Now, please come to page 39. There I would really request your Lordship to just indulge me for a moment. And this is an example of how the animal birth control rules work in practice where they are implemented. So please come to page 39.
Yes.
Successful initiative by the Nizamuddin East Colony Association for the proper management and cohabitation of street dogs. Now, what these applicants here, the professors have set out because they interacted with various of these associations. The NICA RWA took this up in October 2020 because October 2019 because there was October 2020 because there was conflict, human-animal conflict, and the association itself members were naturally divided, etc. In October 2020, a census was carried out with the location of each dog. 108 street dogs were there in the colony. That is what they point out. To resolve they first did the systematic census with the location of each dog. Then by March 2021, 100% of the identified dogs, that is 108 dogs, were sterilized and vaccinated, resulting in a complete halt to birth of puppies. So after March 2020, there have been no puppies born in those identified dogs of 108 dogs. Now, to minimize the human-animal conflict, they identified feeding points and they appointed the colony association by getting donations from members.
That's what I was telling.
No, there's a point here. So they appointed a feeding agency. So once a day, the dogs are fed at those designated points. And in the result,
you have put up that complete that, how they have
Now-
worked out.
Now by
Examine it.
October 2025, 5 years after this floods, by October 2025, the population had come down in the natural cost to 68
Correct.
from 108. And only 2 dogs were relocated, which were found to be aggressive, and they could not be sorted out. So they were sent out into body. So,
Postmaster.
this out.
If you want to argue further, we'll hear you tomorrow.
No,
you
one line. I don't want to argue further. I just want to
No.
tell your lordships.
No. In lunchtime, we have to come back again and do our regular vote also.
Then give me 5
The
minutes.
other bench also, you argue half an hour.
No, I won't take long.
Everybody can take as much time as you like to argue.
I won't take long.
No. Postmaster, देखिए इसमें सबके नाम लिखे हुए हैं. Heard so and so today. Matters continue tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. as part heard for arguments of the remaining councils and petitioners.
I have a suggestion
I'll take
regarding
5 minutes only tomorrow.
that the times may be indicated by the.
You can't indicate the time. Council
No, by
never
us.
restrict to the time. Sorry, I'm not ready.
We
You
would
argue as much as you like.
That's what the SOP says, Manoj. We should indicate times in these matters.
I am not following that so far. I'm a master of my own court. Huh?
I would also take 5 minutes after Mr.
Take whatever time you like.
And this is a common consensus.
Yes.